Bueno, muy buenas tardes para todos y para todas. Les damos la bienvenida a nuestra sesión informativa del día de hoy, 29 de julio del 2025, en el marco de nuestra línea de eventos y webinars informativos con todas las universidades de convenio. Estamos en esta ocasión con la Universidad Libre de Ámsterdam, ubicada en los Países Bajos, para todos aquellos interesados en materializar su proyecto académico y profesional en este destino tan popular e increíble y que sin duda alguna tiene grandes experiencias por ofrecerles. Mucho gusto, mi nombre es Karen Martínez, hago parte del equipo de Consejería Académica y Relaciones Internacionales en COLFUTURO. Y el día de hoy estoy muy bien acompañada de Silvia. Ella es representante de esta institución académica y nos va a compartir información esencial para todas las personas que están interesadas en llevar a cabo un programa de posgrado en este país. Así que sin duda alguna, este es un espacio fundamental para que puedan resolver sus inquietudes, todos los comentarios que tengan y que consideren que Silvia puede ayudarles a dar respuesta, los pueden dejar a través del cajón de Q&A y con muchísimo gusto los iremos resolviendo a lo largo de la sesión. Les recuerdo que este segundo semestre del 2025 estaremos realizando muchos eventos de este tipo con las diferentes universidades. Adicionalmente, si todavía no tienen total claridad sobre el funcionamiento del programa Crédito Beca, los invitamos a ser partícipes en nuestras charlas informativas al respecto el primer viernes y segundo sábado de cada mes. Entonces, sin más preámbulos, quiero contarles también que la Universidad Libre de Ámsterdam ofrece una beca del 30% para todos los beneficiarios de COLFUTURO. Sin duda alguna, es una gran oportunidad, es un privilegio poder contar con este tipo de apoyos adicionales. Entonces, una vez más, la invitación es a poner suma atención a toda la información que Silvia tiene para compartirnos y dejar cualquier inquietud a través del cajón de Q&A. Sin mayor preámbulo, Silvia, te agradecemos muchísimo estar aquí acompañándonos nuevamente con COLFUTURO. Estamos muy atentos a cualquier información que nos brindes y puedes empezar tu presentación.
Bueno, muchas gracias, Karen. Y muy buenas tardes para todos. Mi nombre es Silvia van Glabbeek, o en holandés Sylvia van Glabbeek. Y yo soy la representante de la Universidad Libre de Ámsterdam, que en holandés se llama Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam. Pero hoy voy a usar el nombre de VU Amsterdam o VU Amsterdam, es más fácil. Y también voy a presentar en inglés. Yo hablo español porque viví en Bogotá, pero para estudiar en Ámsterdam con nosotros tienes que hablar bien inglés. Después voy a explicar los requisitos y los exámenes que pedimos. Y yo creo que sería bien o practicar o acostumbrarse un poquito al idioma de inglés. Y bueno, I'm going to switch to English and I'm going to share my slides with you. And to start with, I have a nice video. I'm going to start with the video. One moment. I'm going to make the screen big, maybe the sound a bit louder. Yeah, here. Okay, there we go.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo estás?
Bog nona, ja sam. Šta ima doma?
Hi, Summer. This is Eric calling you.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been a while. I can't believe I've been here for a full semester already.
Obožavam ovaj grad i ljude u ovom gradu i fakultet i stvarno se osjećam kao da sam kod kuće.
Questo posto mi ha letteralmente accolta nel modo più familiare possibile.
A veces un poco difícil porque hay que escribir varios ensayos, pero los maestros, la neta, son súper buena onda.
Non, c'est fou, il y a tellement de choses à faire, je suis pas habitué à autant d'options. لسه مش بتكلم هولندي كويس بس كل الناس بتتعامل بالإنجليزي.
You know what they say, work hard, play hard.
تعرفت على ناس كتير من جنسيات مختلفة.
Sono fiera di dirti però che sono me stessa.
Te extraño un montón y espero que me puedas visitar pronto.
Jako mi falite i podragajte mu okolina za mene.
To go to the next slide, let's do it like this so it goes well. All right, that was our beautiful video. I love it because you can see parts of our campus, you see Amsterdam, you see our students, which are actually or were students. Now they are all alumni. Yeah, if you have any questions, please put them. I think it was in the Q&A. It can be in Spanish, it's absolutely no problem. And then at the end of the presentation, I'm going to answer all your questions, maybe doubts you have. But first, I'm going to explain you who we are, what we do, what we offer. And well, to start with, thanks for being interested in VU Amsterdam. It's important to know that we have two universities in Amsterdam. One is called the University of Amsterdam, and we are VU Amsterdam. I will explain you later about the universities in the Netherlands and how well all of them are ranked. But yeah, it's good to know we have two universities. Both are amazing and good and highly ranked. So yeah, it's up to you to choose which one you like to go to. And well, to start with, I have a map here of Europe with a circle around our beautiful, tiny Netherlands. And you see one red dot in the middle, that's Amsterdam. Maybe you know already a little bit about the Netherlands, about Amsterdam, but if you don't, some interesting facts to know about our country is, for example, that it's very small. We have in total 17 million people, and maybe it sounds like a lot for such a tiny country, which is, and what I like is that from north to south, you can cross the Netherlands by car and it will only take 3 hours. And I think from west to east, maybe the same, like 3 hours or 2 hours and a half. So it's kind of taking a bus to escape from Bogota to maybe Melgar, and that will take the same amount of time, more or less. In my experience, that took a lot of time to get out of Bogota and go to somewhere a bit warmer. So, like I said, I lived myself in Colombia. I lived in Bogota. My partner is Colombian. So it's like 9 years ago, I was always dreaming, my entire life dreaming of living abroad. Maybe you have the same. And that's why I moved to Colombia, to live somewhere else, learn Spanish, and have this whole experience. So I can truly recommend it. It's an amazing experience. You will learn a lot. You will learn a lot about the other country, the culture, the language, the people, about yourself as well. I learned a lot about myself. So yeah, maybe it's a scary decision. It's a big one, but if you have the opportunity, I would definitely recommend you to go. Let's go to Amsterdam. So we know a little bit about the Netherlands. If you want to know more about it, you can, of course, look it up online. Amsterdam is the capital of the Netherlands. Some people think Den Haag is the capital, but Den Haag is our economic capital where most embassies are located, for example. But Amsterdam is our capital. And well, for us Dutch people, it feels like a big city, but we only have 1 million people living in the city. And for you, it might feel as a town because everything is close by. We do everything by bike. So if you ask me, how far do you live from university? I will tell you 20 minutes, and that's 20 minutes by bike ride. So everything we always relate to time in bike rides. Something I love about Amsterdam and the Netherlands in general is how safe it is. We are the 4th safest city in the world and the 2nd in Europe. And well, after living in Colombia, which I'm the biggest fan of Colombia, I love Bogota, but you all know sometimes you always have to watch your stuff, and yeah, you have to be aware of your belongings. In Amsterdam as well, but way less. So it's very safe. I can bike home in the middle of the night at 4 a.m. in the morning alone, and nothing will happen to me. And that feeling, that freedom feels amazing. So that's something I love about the city. It's also very green. We have a lot of parks. You can swim in some, not in the canals, but in other parts of the city. You can take a swim when the weather is good. We have a lot of restaurants, nightlife, museums, festivals in summer. There's always something to do, to discover. So it's a great city to live in. And we, VU Amsterdam, are located in Amsterdam. A little bit about higher education in the Netherlands. What I just said, all universities in the Netherlands are highly ranked. So there are 2 different universities. We have one is called University of Applied Science, and the other universities are research universities. And we are a research university. And in total, we have 13 research universities in the Netherlands. This means the level of education is a bit higher than the applied science universities. So we offer as well bachelor program as master programs. And most applied science don't have master programs. So that's also one of the differences. And that's the most important thing actually to mention. And besides that, the good news is we teach everything in English. We do have a couple of Dutch programs, but in general, most of our programs are taught in English, although our language is Dutch. If you come study with us and you plan to stay in the Netherlands after graduating, you like to find yourself a job, I recommend you to learn Dutch. But it's not necessary. But it will help you finding a job, making friends, because in the end we are Dutch and we speak Dutch among each other. So it's our common language. But we do all speak English, from like a little child up to my grandmother. Everyone here can speak English. Well, the VU was founded a long time ago in 1880. By Abraham Kuyper, that was the founder of the university. And maybe interesting to explain the word vrije, which is in Spanish is libre. So Vrije Universiteit, Universidad Libre de Amsterdam, means that our university is free from church, it's free from state, and we welcome everyone. And that is also what you see when you visit our campus, when you will study with us. We are a very diverse university, and we try to be as inclusive as possible. And it's something I truly like about working for the university and walking around, being part of it, that we have people from everywhere. So in the Netherlands, maybe you don't know, but we have a mix of cultures, and we also have a lot of Dutch people with different backgrounds. And the most common ones are Suriname, the Antilles, the islands above Venezuela, which are Curaçao, Bonaire, Sint Maarten, Morocco, and Turkey. So a lot of Dutch people have their background in one of those countries, and that's what you also see among our students, that we have a mix of people studying with us, which I think is very interesting. Yeah, you can learn from each other and learn from the different perspectives people have coming from different places. And here some numbers to dive in a little bit more in the diversity we have. In total, we have around a little bit more than 31,000 students, and 20% is an international student. So we have a lot of Dutch as well studying with us, but quite a high amount of international students, which you will become part of hopefully. And the number of nationalities is 130. So we have people from all over the world studying with us and also working with us. So the researchers and the teachers you will work with, they also come from different places. We have different programs to offer. Maybe you already looked it up on our website. Maybe you already know what you like to study with us. We are here to talk about master programs. So we have 155 master programs, and well, I will explain in the next slide what we offer in which fields. And something nice to know is that we are a very green, sustainable university, not only in terms of, well, the campus square, which is very green, but also in terms of sustainability, how we treat, for example, when you need to bring your own coffee cup to the coffee place if you like a coffee, and we have a green office who works on keeping our university green and sustainable. These are the subject areas. Like I said, we have 155 master programs, and these are the faculties, so all the areas we offer programs in. To explain it kind of, maybe easily, we offer almost everything except from the more technical engineering studies. So we don't offer anything, for example, mechanical engineering. We don't have those kind of studies. We don't offer. And if you like to study medicine, we do have specializations, but a master in medicine we only offer in Dutch, because here in the Netherlands, when people go to a doctor, they prefer to see their doctor in Dutch. So that's why we teach it also in Dutch. And the same counts for our dental master program. So if you like to become a dentist, that's only possible in Dutch. Yes, the educational style we offer, and this is actually for the whole Netherlands, it's student-centered education. And I think this is also very common nowadays in Colombia. But what we try to do is, at the end of your studies, we like you to be a very critical, independent student with an own opinion, with a critical thinking. And how we offer our education is in small groups, in working groups. You have to make a lot of assignments. So it's not just reproducing the theory, not just reading papers and reading books and then reproduce everything you read, but we want you to work on it, work with it, and therefore you will make assignments and write papers, work in groups with other students. It depends a little bit the program, but that's what we do. And well, we have a mixed classroom. What I just said, we have a lot of different nationalities, also different Dutch with different backgrounds. And we also train all our teachers to be capable of teaching a mixed classroom. So we train them to become cultural intelligent, so they can actually teach in a very inclusive way. Besides that, we try to do everything that's in our hands to make you feel at home, to make you feel safe, to make you feel comfortable. And therefore, we have a physical student well-being point. This is located next to where I work, next to the international office. And here you can go if you feel not great, if you need help, if you want to share a problem. We also have people online, so you can also approach them in the chat, and they can help you, well, if possible, if needed, connect to one of our colleagues. For example, one of our student psychologists or medical service. So we do have a lot of people at the university who can help you with struggles if they pop up. So you don't have to feel alone or lonely studying with us, because we have a lot of people well, helping you with whatever pops up during your studies. This is our campus. Well, here and there you see a picture of the university or students. Here on the right, you see our campus square. The building in the back is the main building. It's the big one. Maybe some of you have been here already. I think it was last year we renovated the campus square, so now it is way more green. We planted a lot of trees and flowers and everything. And it's a nice place to be and to come all together. Once a year, we organize a festival at the campus square with music and food available and open for everyone. The campus square also has a good coffee place, a supermarket, we have volleyball squares, a basketball one. So yeah, we even organize at lunch break a short salsa class and another one, I forgot the name, but we do a lot of things on the campus square to bring everyone together. And what is also nice to know, we are located 15 minutes by tram from the historic center of Amsterdam, and we are located really close to the airport Schiphol. It's only 8 minutes by train. And next to our campus square, we have our economic region that's called the Zuidas. And there you find a lot of offices of banks, lawyers, consultancy companies. And we are also pretty well connected with them. So if you want to do an internship or after graduating you are looking for a job, we can help you with connecting. I also like to explain a little bit about PhD at VU Amsterdam, because well, at COLFUTURO you can apply for funding for a master program, but also for a PhD, doctorado, and that's for 2 years of funding. And there can be a possibility as well. I don't know if any one of you is interested in doing a PhD with us, but there are 2 ways to do a PhD. That's a little bit different than in Colombia or other countries. But here it's, we call it an internal PhD or external PhD. And when you become an internal PhD, you literally become one of our employees. So this path would be like finding a job. So you need to look for vacancies, apply to the vacancy, and when you get the job, the PhD, yeah, you get a contract, a salary, housing, visa, everything that relates to the PhD, and we will help you with that. If you like to find vacancies, you can go to the website here, working@vu.nl, or you can send us an email to phd@vu.nl and we can help you with that. So that's one way. The other way is called an external PhD, and there are no vacancies. You need to write your own proposal, you need to find your own supervisor, and you need to fund your PhD. And this is where COLFUTURO can come in, because, well, if you can do, for example, a joint degree, which means 2 years PhD in Colombia and 2 years with us, you can apply for the COLFUTURO PhD grant and do 2 years of your PhD program with us in Amsterdam. So if you have any questions about the external PhD and how it works, well, send an email to phd@vu.nl or to me. It's I will share my email at the end of the presentation. Well, today you're talking to me, and well, I'm just a representative of the university, but I'm not a student or an alumni. I studied somewhere else. So if you like to talk to one of our student ambassadors or maybe alumni ambassadors, you can go to the website, vu.nl/ambassadors, and there you can get in contact with them. And it can be really nice to talk to them, to ask how it is to live here, to study here, ask them for advice. Yeah, so please feel free to go to the website and get in contact with them, so they can share their experience and stories with you. We also have a couple of Colombian student and alumni ambassadors. I was already explaining this a little bit, our career services. So let's say you come to Amsterdam, you're going to study with us, and then you are going to graduate, and you like to stay here for a little bit longer to work on your career. That's possible. After graduating, you can extend your visa with a year, and it's called orientation year. So you can extend it, and in that year you can stay here with us, and you get the opportunity to work 40 hours a week. So it's not an official working visa, but it's a visa to work. And like this, you get 1 year to find a job in your field, a job, that can make you stay in the Netherlands. And we have a career service where we can help you, connect you to interesting companies. We organize also training. So, for example, how to write a good CV and a good motivation letter. What are the do's and don'ts when you like to find a job in the Netherlands? How is it to work here? What are the cultural differences? So yeah, this is also existing because we don't only want you to come here, but we also like you to stay if possible and make yourself alive here in our beautiful country. One very important question that people always ask is about expenses. So how much money do you need to live in Amsterdam? I don't have like one fixed answer because it really depends on your lifestyle. It depends especially on accommodation. Are you going to live in a student room where you need to share the kitchen with a lot of roomies? Or are you going to live in a studio, for example? That will make a huge difference in rental price. So we always say that for 1 year, you need, for 1 year and then per month. So to live in Amsterdam, you need around 1,000 euros per month, up to 2,000 euros per month. And you can see here what things cost, and accommodation can be affordable, starting from 458 euros per month, but it can also be more expensive and cost 1,400 euros per month. And that's when you like to live in the studio, for example, or closer to the city center. It is, I will explain also about the housing market and our housing service and how it all works here, but it's pretty difficult to find a place. And it is also difficult to find an affordable place to live. So that's important to keep in mind. Maybe something good to know. If you're studying with us, you get your student visa, and with this visa you can work 16 hours a week. So you get the opportunity to make a little bit of money besides your studies. And in summer, in July and in August, you can work full time. So you can work 40 hours a week to make a bit of money. So yeah, you can think about it. Maybe you have time to find a job on the side and make some extra money to be able to afford your studies. Okay, well, this is about our tuition fees for our English taught master programs. And it depends, it really depends the program. So most of the master programs are 1 year. We also have a couple of programs that take 2 years. And the prices, they vary from 17,000 euros to 36,000 euros per year. So these are the prices per year. If you are lucky and you have a double nationality, so you have a Dutch passport, you can study for a lower amount. It's way lower. And this is because our governmental system and part of the studies are paid by our government. So that's why the difference in prices is quite big. But please check the website and the program, and then you can look up the tuition fee per year. And they are still not all updated, but you can get an impression of what what it costs. Besides the question about expenses, I always get this one. I have participated in many fairs in Colombia, also in other countries. And people always ask, is there a scholarship? And the answer is yes, we have a scholarship. And it's called the VU Fellowship Program. It's not easy to get the scholarship. It's very competitive, but you can always try. Maybe you win it, maybe you get the scholarship, and maybe also, the scholarship of COLFUTURO. Then you are double lucky, but let's talk about this one first. Something important to explain. If you want to apply for this scholarship, the deadline of applying to your master program is the 1st of December. So you need to apply as soon as possible. From the 1st of October, the application is open. So you can apply from the 1st of October and your deadline is the 1st of December. And that's for the master program. That's not yet for the scholarship. You apply for the master program and then our application team, we need 6 weeks to check your application. And then after those 6 weeks, you get conditionally or unconditionally accepted to your master program. And if so, you can apply for the scholarship. So it's really important to apply on time for your master program. And then as soon as you are accepted for your master program, you can apply for the scholarship. The scholarship is covering the tuition fee. So if you win it, you don't have to pay tuition fee, but you still have to pay for everything else here. So your rent, your daily expenses, your insurance. So that's not covered. You can also apply for another scholarship. It's called the NL scholarship, and that's covering 5,000 euros per year. And on our website, you can also find other opportunities for other scholarships, but these two are the most known scholarships that exist and that we offer. Well, we are here today with COLFUTURO, and that's because we have an agreement together, I think already for 10 years. And I don't know it by head, but we have had a lot of Colombians studying with us with the COLFUTURO grant. And if you get the grant, you get a discount on the tuition fee of 30%, which is a lot because you just saw the amount. So let's say the tuition fee is 17,000 euros per year. The discount is 30%. So that is like almost 6,000 euros discount on the tuition fee. I'm not going to explain the exact process of applying for COLFUTURO. I'm going to explain how you can apply for our master programs. But if you have any questions about it, we can do it after the presentation. Maybe Karin can help. If you get the COLFUTURO grant, we organize everything. So COLFUTURO always sends us the list of names of people who got the grant, and then we will organize everything in the system so you get your discount. Here I have a beautiful slide with the pictures of my colleagues. These are the international student advisors, and they handle all the applications. So they do the admission and all your applications. So when you apply on our dashboard, everything gets to them, and they will check your documents, and they will send you an email telling you if you are accepted or not, if we maybe miss a document, if you have to send us some additional information or not. You can always send them an email with questions you have. You can also send me an email with questions. Sometimes I know the answer. If not, I will connect you with one of the international student advisors. Okay, what do you need to apply? Well, a couple of things, the most important ones. You need a relevant bachelor diploma. So that means that we ask for a bachelor diploma that's connected to the master's, so in a relevant field. So, for example, you studied psychology for a bachelor program, and then you like to do a master's in artificial intelligence. That's not possible. So it needs to be relevant. That's important to know. Then I already told you in the beginning, we need a high level of English because we teach everything in English. We do everything in English at university. So we require an English exam, can be IELTS or TOEFL. For IELTS, you need to have a score of 6.5, and for TOEFL, 92. Maybe this sounds high, but that's just because we teach everything in English, and you will also you're also going to read a lot in academic English. You need to write articles, assignments in academic English, and therefore, we require this scores for the exams. Let me see. Well, a couple of important deadlines. We have the 1st of December for if you want to apply for the scholarship. The 1st of April if you don't need to apply for the scholarship, and if you need a visa or housing, you need to apply before the 1st of April. And the 1st of June, if you don't need a visa or housing. But what I always recommend, apply as soon as possible. So on the 1st of October, our dashboard opens, and from then you can apply. And I would say apply as soon as possible. It's always good. It can help you also with your chances for our housing service, because we handle first paid, first serve policy. But I will explain about the housing in a bit. First, the steps for application. You go to a website that's called StudyLink. You see it here written. So it all starts on StudyLink. So on StudyLink, you make your profile, you sign up, and then you go to our dashboard. And on our dashboard, you have to complete your application. You pay an application fee. It's 100 euros. And with this application fee, you can apply for 3 different programs. So you pay 100, but then you can apply for 3 different programs if you like, if you are still doubting about which program to pick. And then we need 1 to 6 weeks for admissions decision. And then we get back to you by email informing you about your application and your admission. Well, let's assume you get accepted to the program. You're going to study with us. We have an onboarding program for all international students, and this means that we organize pre-departure webinars. We have an app where you can already connect to your fellow students. We organize an introduction week. We have a jumpstart where we actually kind of help you with the start of your studies. And what I do myself, because I'm responsible for all the Latin American students, I organize a separate pre-departure webinar in Spanish, where we gather with all the Spanish-speaking Latin American students. And after, I create a WhatsApp group where all Latin American students can be part of. And so you can already get to know each other before traveling. And what I also do, I organize a training and drink, so a little event for all Latin American students where I help you integrating in the Dutch education system. So it's like a culture, let's say, culture training about how to integrate in the Netherlands and how to integrate in our educational system. And then we do drinks with the group. So that's also interesting and a lot of fun always. Accommodation, Well, I already explained it a little bit, but the housing market in the Netherlands is really tight. It's extremely difficult to find a place. Rental prices are high. We are not at the university. In the Netherlands or in Amsterdam, we had a housing crisis. It became a bit better now, so it's a little bit easier to get a house, to get a room or studio when you use our housing service. If you come to Amsterdam just by yourself and you want to find a place, that's still extremely difficult. So I recommend you to use our housing service. We have a whole team with people who can help you get a room or studio. You need to be accepted for your program, and then you can sign up for the housing fee. This all happens at the dashboard, and then you can sign up for it, and you can give a top 3 of rooms or studios you like to live. So please don't forget about this, because it will make your life way easier and also more affordable. Because if you can rent a room for only 500 euros a month, it's going to save you a lot of money. Yeah, so we work with a first come, first serve basis. That's why I always recommend to apply for the master program as soon as possible. Apply in October if you have all your documents ready. And then we will get back to you in 6 weeks. And when you are conditionally accepted, you can directly apply for our housing service. And then you will be first on the list, and you have more choice of places we rent. Most of the housing we offer is located close to our campus. And we have only one campus. So VU Amsterdam is located in one spot in the south of Amsterdam, and all faculties are there, and our housing is close by, like 10 minutes bike ride. We have a couple of points of attention. This is about the housing. I think I mentioned most of them. Well, first come, first serve, be aware. We cannot guarantee housing, but the sooner you sign up, the better your chances are. You get a 1-year contract. This is important to know. Maybe you're going to study 2 years with us. You do a master's of 2 years. When you use our housing service, you only get housing for 1 year. For the second year, you have to find a place yourself. Or if you are lucky, we have a couple of places left, and you can live in one of those. But in principle, it's only for 1 year. Well, there's a cancellation deadline. That's the 1st of July. If you don't want to study with us, you need to cancel it, and then you get your housing fee back. Yeah, that's it. That are the important details about our housing. Of course, you also need a visa, because in the Netherlands, you can only stay 3 months with a tourist visa, but you need more time. And therefore, you need to hand in your documents by the 1st of June. You pay an immigration fee, which is 275 euros. And then we handle everything. So you just make sure you hand in all your documents, and then we take care of the process. And well, if you have all your documents and you have your financial means, you always get a visa. It's not a very difficult process, but yeah, we take care of it, and then you get the information by email. Well, we are already here online, but maybe you are in Amsterdam on 8 March 2026. If so, please join our VU Masters event. It will be physical on campus. You can participate different presentations. You can meet our team. You can meet the student ambassadors. So if by any chance you are already here, you can join the event. But we also do online webinars, online presentations. So keep an eye on the website, and you can join more information sessions. And this is the last slide. Well, you can find us, of course, on socials. Here you see my email address. It's s.van.glabik@vu.nl. Please send me an email. I'm here to help. Happy to help with all your questions. You can also get in contact with the international student advisors. If you click here on campus tour, we made a really nice tour that's interactive. So there are videos and you can click on stuff and you get a better image of our campus and different buildings and what we offer. So thank you for your attention. I hope you are more enthusiastic now about studying with us, and I hope things are more clear. Let's see if you have questions.
Bueno, Silvia, pues antes de pasar a las preguntas, de verdad, muchísimas gracias por tu información tan valiosa y por esta gran presentación. Listo, tenemos por aquí en el chat una pregunta de Lilian y ella dice, okay, I want to know if BU requires GRE or GMAT exams for master's admission to the economics faculty. I haven't found information in the web.
Good question. I don't think that we require GMAT for any of our programs. So if you went to the website, you check the program and all the requirements, it's not there, we don't require GMAT. Sometimes for some programs, we do require an extra exam, but it's always written on the website. So if it's not there, we don't ask for it.
Perfecto. Mil gracias, Silvia. Silvia, te quiero hacer una pregunta frente a los requerimientos y los requisitos de admisión a los diferentes programas de la Universidad Libre de Ámsterdam, y es sobre si ustedes solicitan un GPA específico para ser admitido.
No, we don't. What you need is a bachelor diploma in a relevant field. And you also need to hand in your transcript. So that's the list of notes of your bachelor program. And there will also be the GPA, but we don't require a minimum amount of GPA. For a couple of programs, we do ask for special documents or a higher GPA, but in general, we don't. But we do have a couple of selective master programs. For example, Global Health, that's a very competitive master program. You need to hand in different documents. We also are very selective, and we do interviews to see if you fit the program or not. So that's a bit different, but that's only a couple of programs. The rest, all the other 150, we don't require anything like that.
Perfect. Bueno, Silvia, pues no tenemos más preguntas para ti en este espacio. La invitación a todas las personas que se conectaron es a que dirijan sus inquietudes al correo que ya Silvia nos proporcionó, si les surgen en el transcurso del tiempo. Y Silvia, nuevamente, mil gracias por tu disposición, por el tiempo y por la presentación, y espero que nos volvamos a ver en otro espacio similar.
Sí, no, muchas gracias a ustedes y a todos para venir, y bueno, que tengan un buen día, buena tarde, y aquí estoy para ayudarles.
Perfecto, Silvia, mil gracias. Y a todos nuestros asistentes también muchas gracias por su interés y su participación. Los esperamos en los demás eventos que tenemos organizados para ustedes. Gracias. Chao, Silvia, que estés muy bien.
Gracias. Chao, que estén muy bien.